President Uhuru Kenyatta, in another story related to him, has submitted the name of his nominee for the position of Data Commissioner to Parliament under the 2019 Data Privacy Act. Anita Nkonge breaks down not only the significance of the role, but why it should matter to the data user.
Simply put, we're living through a technological revolution that comes with a matrix of worrying aspects. With countless people now having smartphones and access to the internet, and with organizations digitizing, your data has become priceless, and the integrity of privacy is to be protected at all costs. In 2019, Kenya enacted a Data Privacy Act into law. In it, data users are entitled to several things. As a data user, you're entitled to transparency with your data, answers from companies who use your data. You even have the right to consent when it comes to collection and erasing of your data. However, note that when it is a matter of public health or national security, these rights may vary. Now, you may be wondering the significance of President Uhuru Kenyatta's recent nomination for a data commissioner. Let's call her DC under the Data Privacy Act. It has taken 1 year and a shortlist of 10 candidates to finally come up with one. With an executive MBA, a law degree, and a history of working in the IEBC, Immaculate Kassiat is the president's pick. So why is a DC so important? Mercy Mutemi, an internet lawyer, explains it better.
To have a commissioner, that's the person who is enforcing the act. It's like you have this act that says you have these rights and you're entitled to this and that, but you don't have anyone to report to. So it's by and large, it's a useless right. Now we have a commissioner who gets to enforce it, who gets to demand that organizations are held to a certain standard, the standard in the act.
In essence, if you have a complaint on data, the data commissioner is who you lodge your complaint with. A data commissioner would also be able to define guidelines for various sectors that deal with data. For example, the banking sector, the telecommunications, even hospitals and supermarkets, amongst others. Now, as the government is set out to roll a second phase of Huduma number registration, and with so many weary of it, does a data commissioner play any role in holding those government agencies collecting Huduma data accountable? Joe Githaiga, Head of Regulatory Compliance at PricewaterhouseCoopers, explains.
The DC's role then, the data commissioner's role then, in that particular context would be to engage these government departments, familiarize them with their obligations under the legislation, ask them to demonstrate how they are being compliant, and to the extent that there are issues, maybe your Huduma information has been misused, the data commissioner will need to investigate that.
Now, the commissioner has not yet been confirmed and will have to be vetted by the National Assembly. Assuming she is cleared, her term would last 6 years with no option of being re-elected. She would be expected to launch a public awareness campaign on the Act and stakeholders' roles. Question would be how objective and independent the presidential nominee would be if the government ever violates the data privacy rights of the citizen. Anita Nkonge, NTV.